Welcome to Miss QT Styles Southern Comfort Cooking, and today we will be cooking crawfish stew. Okay, so I've already cleaned my crawfish, and this is the crawfish I got from Louisiana. Cleaned it by just washing it off, and I have bell pepper, onions, shallots or green onions as some of us call it, and I have Manda hot sausage that I've already sliced, and this is what the package looks like. Manda's smoked sausage pork. Okay, I have the Crisco oil ready, or not Crisco, but vegetable oil, and flour for my roux. We will be also cooking, mixing up some coleslaw, which I will add mustard, mayonnaise, vinegar, and a little bit of sugar. Okay, and then of course the season all, the garlic salt, and the black pepper. So again, crawfish stew. Let's get started. Okay, so I went ahead and I added my grease and flour into the grease. Now, you add more flour if you want a thicker gravy. And this time I do want a thicker gravy, so I added more flour. So I'm going to stand here and stir it until it gets to the right consistency, and then I will add the rest of the ingredients. Do not walk away from roux because you will burn it. So I'm going to stand here and stir as you see I'm doing right now. Okay, so I have my roux at the right color that I want. So what I do first, and bear with me because I am using my one hand to do the camera. I add my vegetables, my bell pepper, my onion, and my shallot to the mix. And I just stir it around a little bit to cover it all. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my crawfish tails in. And last but not least, the sausage. Now, you can add potatoes to it if you want to. I'm not. So, once you add it to the roux, just stir it around, mixing it up. I'm going to add some Creole Zatarain seasoning, just a little. I'm going to add some garlic salt, just a little again. I'm trying to cut back on all this stuff. And then I'm adding some Okay, so once it's cooked down just a little bit, you stir it around up. Then you add 2 cups of cold water. Don't add hot, add cold water. Why, I don't know, but this is what I was always taught to do. So immediately, I don't know if you can see that consistency in that gravy? When that cooks down, it's going to be the perfect crawfish stew. It's really not a hard dish. You can turn your fire up a little bit. And I'm going to add just another half. It's very simple, and it's just like if you would cook a shrimp stew. It may seem like it's like a gumbo, but it's not. Gumbo, you leave the water something like, soupy. But this, I want a thick consistency. And as you see already, once it cooks down, it would have a thick gravy to it. So you can also add, like I said, potatoes to it. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of that water. Potatoes to it, and you can add crabs if you want to. In my case, I didn't feel like getting up. Y'all, I just got up out of bed 1 o'clock because I've been worrying about something. And I just was up last night talking to my friend and stuff and my daughter. So I was tired. So I didn't want to go get no crab. So see, this is a good gravy right here. And all we're going to do is cook it on a low fire. And like I said, you just add the salt to taste or pepper, however you want it to taste, okay? And I've already cooked my rice, so once this is cooked down, I'm ready to go. And here's the crawfish and the sausage and all the vegetables. So we're going to cook it down and start it back up once it's almost done. And this is my crawfish stew. Okay, so now I'm going to mix up my coleslaw. I'm just using a classic coleslaw, dough coleslaw. And I use half a bag. I've already got it down in the bowl. So I'm going to add this distilled vinegar, just one top for right now, because I like to be careful with this vinegar. And I already know I'm going to need another top, but just like to start off like that. I work my way up. So just one scoop of mayonnaise. And I'm going to squirt some mustard, just a little bit, because it's mostly mayo and vinegar we're using. And I'm going to do a scoop of sugar. Okay? So I'm going to use this sugar spoon because I'm not going to dip it back in the sugar. And you just stir it up. I like to start off little by little because I don't like overdoing mayo. I'm not really a big mayo lover, but I know mayo goes in coleslaw. So you see, I can tell already it needs a little bit more mayonnaise. So I add another scoop. And I'm just going to eye the vinegar and add a little more of that in there. The only seasoning I put on coleslaw is black pepper. I like to see my black pepper on there. Because coleslaw is a sweet, salad or whatever you want to call it. So I'm not putting all that on there. So basically I just stir it up until it gets to my consistency. I know some people like coleslaw when the mayonnaise is all runny and stuff. I don't like it like that. I just like it moderately added. So that's pretty much it for my coleslaw. That's it. Because what happens once it sits, the mayonnaise is going to get a little more watery. So I don't need to add too much more. So basically, that's how I do my coleslaw. Now you can add garlic salt on it if you want. Whatever, floats your boat. But I just like black pepper on mine. Okay? So basically, that's it for my coleslaw. Okay, so as you can see in here, the crawfish stew is cooking. The gravy is getting thicker. I've already did my coleslaw, my rice. And you can tell because the sausage is getting plump. And once it gets to the right consistency, and there's the crawfish and onions and shallots. Once that gravy cooks down, I'll be ready to plate it up and show you guys how it looks. Stay tuned. Crawfish stew. Okay, so we're all done. I have plated up the crawfish stew. And if you can see, the little crawfish has shriveled up a little bit. That's what it does when it's cooked with the onion on top of rice. I like a lot of gravy. See my gravy there on mine. And then I have my coleslaw scooped right there. Now you could, like I said, add crabs. You can add a piece of meat on the side if you wanted, pork chops or chicken if you wanted to, but I didn't want all of that. Instead of coleslaw, you can have potato salad. That's always good with crawfish bits. And I could have put some peas on the side, but like I said, I don't feel like doing all that today, but just trying to give you an idea of what goes with crawfish stew. Okay, and of course I have my cold glass of Big K soda, and I'm about to eat. So this is my crawfish stew and coleslaw. As always, thank you for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, I already know some people are going to thumbs it down. But no matter what, I'm eating good. And it's a wrap.